What if the battle that has been exhausting you is only the part you can see? What if, even before you opened your eyes this Tuesday morning, the 11th of August, God was already standing between you and dangers you never knew were approaching? There are battles you recognize, but there are also battles happening beyond your sight. Doors God has quietly closed, traps He has prevented, attacks He has stopped, and situations He has redirected before they could ever reach you. You may not see everything God is doing, but that does not mean He is silent. Heaven is working in places your eyes cannot reach. Before you carry yesterday's worries into this new day, remember the promise of Exodus 14:14. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. You do not have to understand every battle to trust the one fighting for you. You do not have to know what tomorrow holds when you know who holds tomorrow. The pressure may be real, the uncertainty may be heavy. There may be situations in your family, health, finances, relationships, or future that you cannot control. But God has never required you to control everything. He invites you to surrender everything. Psalm 91 reminds us that the one who dwells in the secret place of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Think about that as you begin this morning. You are invited to live beneath the shadow of the Almighty God. His presence can surround your home. His wisdom can guide your decisions. His peace can guard your mind. His strength can carry you through what you thought would break you. His protection can reach places you cannot reach yourself. Maybe you woke up this morning with a heaviness you cannot explain. Maybe your heart is tired from fighting battles nobody knows about. Perhaps you have been praying for healing, waiting for restoration, asking God to open a door, or wondering why something you desperately wanted has been delayed. Do not assume the delay means God has forgotten you. Sometimes what feels like rejection is protection. Sometimes the closed door is God's mercy. Sometimes the path that disappeared was leading somewhere God never wanted you to go. Psalm 121 declares that our help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. The one watching over you does not become distracted. He does not grow weary. He does not lose control when circumstances suddenly change. Isaiah 41:10 reminds us not to fear because God is with us, strengthening, helping, and upholding us with His righteous hand. And Romans 8:31 gives us a question powerful enough to carry into every battle today. If God be for us, who can be against us? So before you check the messages, before you face the responsibilities, before you step into conversations you are worried about, and before fear begins predicting everything that could go wrong, give this day to God. Give Him your family. Give Him your health. Give Him the situation keeping you awake at night. Give Him the people you cannot change. Give Him the future you cannot predict. Give Him every hidden wound, every disappointment, every unanswered question, and every battle you are too tired to keep fighting alone. Today, we are praying for divine protection over your life, your family, your home, your mind, your body, and your future. We are praying for healing where there has been pain, restoration where something precious has been lost, peace where anxiety has been speaking loudly, and hope where discouragement has tried to settle in. We are asking God to go before you according to Deuteronomy 31:8, to surround you as the mountains surround Jerusalem according to Psalm 125:2, and to become your refuge and fortress as declared in Psalm 91. Whatever you are facing this Tuesday, the 11th of August, Do not begin this day believing you are walking into the battle alone. God can be working behind the scenes, even when nothing appears to be changing. He can protect you from what you see and what you never see. He can give you peace before the answer arrives, strength before the situation changes, and hope while you are still waiting. Take this moment and place your heart before Him. Release the fear, release the pressure, release the need to understand everything. The God who carried you through yesterday is already present in today. The God who protected Daniel in the lion's den, strengthened David before Goliath, opened the sea before Israel, and brought peace to the storm is still faithful. Let your heart become quiet before Him, and remember, some of the greatest battles God fights for you may be battles you never even knew existed. Father, this Tuesday morning, I surrender every hidden battle into your hands. I surrender the battles I understand, and the battles I cannot explain, the situations I can see, and the dangers I cannot see, the worries I speak about, and the fears I carry silently inside my heart. Before I try to solve everything myself, before anxiety begins telling me what might go wrong, before the pressures of this day become heavier than my faith, I choose to remember your promise in Exodus 14:14. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Lord, teach me to rest in that promise. Teach me to understand that surrender is not weakness. Surrender is trusting that your hands are stronger than mine, your wisdom is greater than mine, and your vision reaches far beyond anything I can see. There are circumstances in my life that I cannot control. There are conversations I cannot predict, people whose hearts I cannot change, doors I cannot force open, and outcomes I cannot guarantee. But Father, none of these things are beyond your authority. You already know what waits ahead of me today. You know every place I will go, every person I will encounter, every decision I will face, and every unexpected moment that may arise. Psalm 139 reminds me that you know when I sit down and when I rise, and you understand my thoughts from afar. Nothing about this day will surprise you. So I release the need to understand everything. I release the pressure of trying to control tomorrow while I am still standing in today. I release every fear concerning my family, my future, my finances, my relationships, my responsibilities, and every unanswered prayer. When my mind begins imagining the worst, remind me that you are already present in the places I am afraid to enter. Lord, fight the battles taking place beyond my sight. Protect me from traps I do not recognize. Give me discernment when something appears right, but is not part of your purpose. Close doors that would lead me away from your will. Remove relationships, opportunities, habits, and distractions that would weaken my faith. If something must be delayed for my protection, give me patience. If something must end so something better can begin, give me courage to release it. If you redirect my path today, help me trust your direction instead of becoming frustrated because my plans changed. Your word declares in Psalm 46:1 that you are our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Be my refuge today, Father. When fear rises, become my peace. When weakness comes, become my strength. When confusion surrounds me, become my wisdom. When discouragement whispers that nothing is changing, remind me that your work is not limited to what my eyes can see. I place every hidden battle before you now. I place every burden at your feet. I surrender every person who has caused me pain, every situation that has exhausted me, every disappointment that still troubles my heart, and every question that remains unanswered. I will not allow fear to convince me that I am fighting alone, because you are with me. You go before me. You stand beside me. You surround me with your presence. When I cannot see the way forward, help me trust the one who already knows the way. When circumstances seem impossible, remind me that nothing is impossible for you. When my strength feels small, remind me that your grace is sufficient. When the battle becomes intense, teach my heart to become still and know that you are God. Let Psalm 23 become real within me today as you lead me beside still waters, restore my soul and guide me along the right paths. Even when I walk through valleys where I cannot see what is ahead, I will fear no evil, because you are with me. Your presence surrounds me, your hand sustains me, and your faithfulness continues to cover every step I take. Father, this morning I declare the protection of Psalm 91 over my life, my family, my home, and everything you have entrusted into my hands. Your word says that whoever dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Today, I choose to dwell in your presence. I choose to make you my refuge, my fortress, my safe place, and my God in whom I trust. Before I step into the responsibilities of this Tuesday, before I face anything expected or unexpected, I place myself completely beneath your covering. Let your presence surround me in every place I go, and let your wisdom guide every decision I make. Lord, protect me from dangers I can see and dangers I cannot see. Guard me from situations that appear harmless but could lead me away from your purpose. Protect me from accidents, harmful intentions, wrong decisions, unnecessary conflicts, and every circumstance that would steal the peace you have given me. Your word declares that you will deliver us from the snare of the fowler and from destructive danger. Father, expose every trap before I step into it. Give me spiritual discernment to recognize what is not right for me. Even when it looks attractive on the surface, cover my home with your peace. Let every room become a place where fear cannot remain, anxiety cannot rule, and hopelessness cannot take root. Protect every person who enters and leaves. Guard our coming and going, according to Psalm 121. When members of my family travel, work, study, or carry out their responsibilities today, watch over them. Go before them on every road. Surround them in every environment. Give them wisdom when decisions must be made and protection when circumstances are beyond their control. Father, place your covering over my health. Strengthen my body and renew my energy. Bring healing where there is pain, restoration where there is weakness, and peace where there has been worry. Comfort those who are waiting for healing, and those whose hearts have grown tired from long seasons of difficulty. Your word says in Psalm 147:3 that you heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds. Touch the places nobody else can see. Heal emotional wounds, restore exhausted hearts, and renew minds that have been overwhelmed by fear. Lord, protect my thoughts today. When negative thoughts begin entering my mind, remind me of your promises. When fear tries to convince me that something terrible is coming, remind me that my life rests in your hands. When anxiety tells me I must control everything, remind me that you are sovereign. Let your truth become louder than every fearful thought. Psalm 91 declares that you give your angels charge concerning your people to guard them in their ways. Father, let your protection accompany me wherever I go. Protect me at home, on the road, at work, in conversations, during moments of rest, and in every unexpected situation. Keep me from paths that would bring unnecessary pain. Redirect me when I am moving towards something that is not your will. Even when I cannot see your protection, help me trust that you are working. There may be moments when I never realize what you prevented. There may be doors I become disappointed about because they did not open, without realizing you were protecting me from what waited behind them. Give me faith to trust your closed doors as much as your open doors. Today I refuse to live controlled by fear. I will live under the assurance of your presence. You are my refuge when circumstances become uncertain, my fortress when pressure surrounds me, my peace when my mind becomes restless, and my strength when I feel weak. Let the promises of Psalm 91 remain in my heart throughout this Tuesday as I walk beneath your shadow, trusting your protection over my family, my health, my home, my decisions, my journey, and every step still waiting before me. Father, this Tuesday morning, I choose to trust you even when I cannot see what you are doing. There are moments when I look at my circumstances and wonder why nothing seems to be changing. There are prayers I have prayed again and again, doors I have waited to see open, answers I have hoped would come, and situations I believed would have changed by now. Yet today, instead of allowing disappointment to become doubt, I choose faith. I choose to believe that your silence does not mean your absence. Your delay does not mean denial. And the things happening beyond my sight may be greater than anything I can presently understand. Your word reminds me in Proverbs 3-5-6 to trust in you with all my heart and not lean on my own understanding, but to acknowledge you in all my ways and allow you to direct my paths. Lord, I confess that sometimes I want explanations before I am willing to trust. I want to know why the door closed, why the answer was delayed, why the relationship changed, why the opportunity disappeared, or why the path became difficult. But your wisdom reaches beyond my understanding. You see the beginning and the end. You see consequences I cannot predict and dangers I cannot recognize. You know which opportunities will bless me and which ones will eventually burden me. When I cannot understand your plan, help me trust your heart. Father, if you are closing a door for my protection, give me peace instead of frustration. If you are making me wait because the timing is not right, give me patience instead of anxiety. If you are removing something because it cannot follow me into the season you are preparing, give me courage to release it. If you are redirecting my steps, help me stop fighting the redirection and begin listening for your voice. Romans 8:28 reminds us that you work all things together for good for those who love you and are called according to your purpose. That does not mean every experience feels good. Some seasons hurt, some disappointments leave questions, some losses create spaces that seem impossible to fill. Yet you are able to take what feels broken and weave it into something meaningful. You can turn delays into preparation, rejection into protection, pain into wisdom, and seasons of waiting into deeper faith. Lord, strengthen everyone praying with me who feels forgotten today. Someone has been waiting for healing. Someone has been asking for restoration in their family. Someone has been searching for direction. Someone has been carrying financial pressure, emotional exhaustion, or uncertainty about the future. Remind them that you have not abandoned them. Psalm 34 declares that you are near to the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit. Come near to every tired heart this morning. Give us while we wait. Give us hope before circumstances change. Give us strength before the answer arrives. Help us recognize that faith is not only praising you after the miracle. Faith is trusting you while the situation still looks impossible, when my eyes tell me nothing is happening. Teach my heart to remember that roots grow beneath the ground before anything appears above it. There are works of grace that happen quietly. There are conversations you can arrange without my involvement, hearts you can touch without my persuasion, opportunities you can prepare without my knowledge, and dangers you can remove without me ever discovering they existed. So today I surrender my timeline. I surrender my expectations. I surrender the picture I created of how everything should happen. Let your will become greater than my preference. Let your wisdom become stronger than my impatience. Let your promises become louder than my doubts. Even when I cannot trace your hand, I will trust your faithfulness, knowing that you are working in the waiting, moving in the silence, preparing what I cannot yet see, directing steps I have not yet taken, and arranging what lies ahead according to your perfect wisdom and purpose. Father, this Tuesday morning, I bring my mind before you because I know that some of the hardest battles are fought in places no one else can see. There are thoughts that arrive without warning, fears that grow in silence, worries about things that have not happened, and questions that seem louder in the quiet moments. Today, I refuse to allow fear and anxiety to control the direction of my thoughts. I invite your presence into every hidden corner of my mind. Let your truth replace every lie, your peace replace every fear, your hope replace every negative expectation, and your promises become stronger within me than anything trying to steal my peace. Your word tells us in Philippians 4-6-7 not to be anxious about anything, but in everything, through prayer and thanksgiving, to bring our requests before you, and your peace, which surpasses all understanding, will guard our hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Father, I need that guarding peace today, not temporary peace that disappears when circumstances change, but the deep peace that comes from knowing you remain in control even when life feels uncertain. When my mind begins asking, what if everything goes wrong? Remind me to ask, what if God is already making a way? When fear tells me that I will not have enough strength for what lies ahead, remind me that your grace will meet me there. When anxiety tries to pull tomorrow's problems into today's heart, teach me to remain present with you. Jesus said in Matthew 6:34 not to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will have its own concerns. Help me receive the grace you have provided for this day instead of carrying burdens you never asked me to carry. Lord, protect my mind from thoughts that magnify problems and minimize your power. Guard me from constantly expecting bad news. Guard me from replaying painful conversations, imagining negative outcomes, comparing my journey with someone else's life, and allowing past disappointments to determine what I expect from the future. Renew my mind through your word. Isaiah 26:3 declares that you keep in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on you because they trust in you. Keep my mind fixed on you today. When distractions come, bring me back to your presence. When troubling thoughts rise, bring your promises to my remembrance. When I feel overwhelmed, remind me that I do not have to solve my entire future in one morning. Father, bring healing to minds exhausted from months or years of worry. Comfort the person who wakes up already feeling pressure. Strengthen the person carrying responsibility nobody else understands. Bring peace to the one waiting for an answer. restoration to the one recovering from disappointment, and hope to the one who has struggled to imagine better days ahead. Psalm 94-19 says that when anxious thoughts multiply within us, your comforts delight our souls. Let your comfort enter every anxious place today. Quiet the inner noise. Calm the racing thoughts. Remove the heaviness that makes simple responsibilities feel impossible. Help me distinguish between genuine wisdom and fear pretending to be wisdom. I surrender every thought about my health, family, finances, relationships, responsibilities, and future. I surrender the things I cannot control and the outcomes I cannot predict. I will not spend this day mentally fighting battles that belong in your hands. Let the peace of Christ stand guard over my heart and mind. When unexpected situations arise, help me respond with prayer before panic. When plans change, help me remember that you have not changed. When doors close, keep me from immediately assuming something is wrong. When answers are delayed, keep my heart anchored in your faithfulness. Today I choose thoughts shaped by faith, gratitude, truth, and hope. I choose to remember Psalm 46:10 and become still before you, knowing that you are God, that your presence is greater than my uncertainty. Your wisdom is greater than my confusion. Your strength is greater than my weakness, and your peace can remain within me even while unanswered questions, unexpected circumstances, and unseen battles continue around me. Father, this Tuesday morning, I lift my family and every person I love into your hands. Before they step into the responsibilities of this day, before they travel on roads I cannot follow, enter places where I cannot protect them, face situations I cannot predict, or encounter challenges I know nothing about, I ask you to surround them with your divine protection. You love them more deeply than I ever could. You see what I cannot see, and your presence can reach every place where my hands cannot reach. So instead of carrying constant fear about those I love, I choose to place them beneath your faithful care. Your word declares in Psalm 121 that our help comes from you, the maker of heaven and earth. You will not allow our feet to be moved, and the one who watches over us neither slumbers nor sleeps. What a powerful comfort it is to know that while I cannot watch over my loved ones every moment, you can. When I am sleeping, you remain awake. When they are far from me, they are never far from you. When I do not know what they are facing, you already know every detail. Lord, protect their going out and their coming in. Watch over them on every road and during every journey. Protect those traveling to work, school, appointments, businesses, ministries, or responsibilities. Give them alertness, wisdom, patience, and discernment. Keep them away from unnecessary danger. Redirect their steps when a path is not right. Delay them when a delay would protect them. Open the right doors and firmly close the doors that could lead toward harm. Father, place your hand over our homes. Let our homes become places of peace, prayer, restoration, kindness, and safety. Where there has been tension, bring understanding. Where relationships have become distant, begin restoration. Where words have caused wounds, bring healing. Where financial pressure has created fear, provide wisdom and provision. Where someone is carrying a private burden, give them strength and remind them that they are not alone. I pray especially for every loved one who needs healing today. Your word says in Psalm 147:3 that you heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds. Touch those experiencing physical weakness, emotional pain, exhaustion, grief, discouragement, or uncertainty. Renew their strength. Give wisdom to those making important decisions concerning their lives. Bring peace to those waiting for answers. Lord, protect the minds of my family. Guard them from fear, hopelessness, destructive influences, and decisions made from confusion. Let your truth guide their thoughts. Give them discernment to recognize what is good and courage to walk away from what is harmful. Surround them with people who encourage wisdom, integrity, faith, compassion, and purpose. Your word in Isaiah 41:10 tells us not to fear because you are with us, that you will strengthen us, help us, and uphold us with your righteous hand. Let that promise rest upon every person I am praying for today. When they feel weak, strengthen them. When they feel afraid, remind them of your presence. When they face something beyond their ability, show them that your strength is greater than their limitations. Father, I surrender the people I love instead of trying to control every circumstance around them. Free my heart from constant worry. When fearful thoughts arise, remind me that they belong to you before they belong to me. I cannot accompany them everywhere, but your presence can. I cannot predict every danger, but nothing is hidden from your sight. Let Psalm 91 become a covering of faith over our families today. Be our refuge and fortress. Guard our homes, our conversations, our relationships, our decisions, and our journeys. Preserve unity where division tries to enter. Bring forgiveness where resentment has remained too long. Restore hope where disappointment has weakened hearts. As my loved ones move through this Tuesday, go before them, walk beside them, and surround them from every direction, protecting their coming and going, guiding their choices, strengthening their hearts, restoring what has been wounded, providing what is needed, and leading each of them deeper into your peace, your wisdom, your presence, and your unfailing love. Father, this Tuesday morning, I come before you believing that you are still the God who heals, restores, renews, and makes broken things whole. I bring before you every place in my life where pain has settled, every wound I have hidden, every disappointment I have carried, every loss that still affects my heart, and every weakness that has made me wonder whether I will ever feel strong again. Nothing is too damaged for your restoring hand. Nothing is too deeply wounded for your comfort. Nothing has been lost beyond your ability to redeem. Today I open my heart to your healing presence and ask you to touch the places that need you most. Your word declares in Psalm 147:3 that you heal the brokenhearted and bind up their wounds. Father, there are wounds people can see and wounds nobody knows exist. There are smiles hiding exhaustion, conversations hiding loneliness, and strong appearances hiding hearts that have been quietly breaking. Reach into those hidden places today. Bring healing to memories that still hurt. Bring peace to situations that have never received the closure we hoped for. Bring freedom from bitterness, regret, guilt, disappointment, and the pain of words that cannot be taken back. Lord, where there is physical weakness, bring strength. Where the body is tired, provide renewal. Give wisdom, endurance, and comfort to everyone walking through a season of physical suffering. Guide them toward the care and support they need. Let your presence become a source of courage during uncertain moments. Isaiah 40:31 reminds us that those who wait upon you shall renew their strength. Renew strength today in every weary body and exhausted heart. Father, restore what difficult seasons have taken away. Restore peace that anxiety has disturbed. Restore confidence that disappointment has weakened. Restore joy that grief has overshadowed. Restore relationships wherever reconciliation is wise and possible. Restore purpose to the person who has begun wondering whether their best days are behind them. Restore the desire to pray in the heart that has become spiritually tired. Your word says in Joel 2:25 that you can restore the years that were consumed. Lord, some people look backward and see wasted time, missed opportunities, wrong decisions, and seasons they wish they could change. Remind us that our past does not place limits upon your future work. You can bring wisdom from mistakes, strength from suffering, compassion from pain, and new beginnings from places that once looked like endings. Heal the heart that was betrayed. Comfort the person grieving someone they loved. Strengthen the one who feels forgotten. Encourage the person who has prayed for a long time without seeing the answer they expected. Let Psalm 34:18 become real to them today, reminding them that you are close to the broken-hearted and near to those crushed in spirit. Father, I surrender my healing process to you. Keep me from comparing my journey with someone else's. Give me patience when restoration takes time. Help me recognize small signs of progress instead of becoming discouraged because everything has not changed at once. Teach me to receive each new day as evidence that you are still writing my story. Where fear has taken root because of past pain, replace it with faith. Where rejection created insecurity, remind me that my worth is not determined by who walked away. Where failure created shame, remind me that your grace gives room for repentance, growth, and transformation. Where loss created emptiness, fill that space with your comforting presence. Let your peace flow through my mind today. Let hope rise again where discouragement has lived. Let joy return gradually to places that have known sorrow. Give me courage to believe that restoration is possible, even when I cannot yet see how it will happen. I place every broken piece into your hands, trusting that you understand what needs healing, what needs releasing, what needs rebuilding, and what needs to remain behind as you lead me forward. Renewing my strength, restoring my peace, reviving my hope, healing the deepest places of my heart, and preparing me to walk into everything you are still bringing to life within me. Father, this Tuesday morning, I surrender every door, every opportunity, every decision, and every direction into your hands. I do not want to walk through a door simply because it looks attractive. I do not want to chase something simply because it appears successful. I do not want to remain connected to something simply because I am afraid of letting go. More than anything, I want your will. If a door will bring me closer to your purpose, give me courage to walk through it. If a door will lead me away from the life you desire for me, close it firmly. Even if closing it disappoints me for a season, your word tells me in Proverbs 3-5-6 to trust in you with all my heart, not leaning on my own understanding, but acknowledging you in all my ways so that you may direct my paths. Lord, direct me today. My understanding is limited. I see what is immediately in front of me, but you see what waits beyond every choice. I see an opportunity, but you see its consequences. I see a person, but you know the heart. I see a delay, but you know what you are preparing. I see a closed door, but you know what you have protected me from. Give me discernment to recognize the difference between a good opportunity and the right opportunity. Not everything that looks good is meant for me. Not every open door has been opened by you. Give me wisdom before I say yes, patience before I make important decisions, and peace when your direction requires me to say no. Father, close every wrong door in my life. Close doors that lead toward confusion, unnecessary pain, harmful relationships, destructive habits, wasted time, and choices that would weaken my faith. If I am trying to force something you are asking me to release, loosen my grip. If I keep returning to something you have already brought me out of, give me strength to move forward. Psalm 32:8 declares that you will instruct me and teach me in the way I should go, and you will counsel me with your loving eye upon me. I hold tightly to that promise today. Teach me through your word, guide me through wisdom. Give me clarity when emotions become confusing. Help me recognize your direction without allowing impatience, fear, pressure, or the opinions of others to become louder than wisdom. Lord, open the doors that align with your purpose. Open doors of growth, restoration, provision, meaningful relationships, service, and opportunities where my gifts can be used wisely. Open doors that no human opposition can prevent when they are truly part of your plan. But keep my heart humble when opportunities come. Let me desire your presence more than success and your approval more than recognition. When a door remains closed, protect me from bitterness. I may not immediately understand why something did not happen. I may wonder why someone else received the opportunity I wanted, why my plans changed, or why something I prayed for seemed to disappear. In those moments, remind me that rejection can become redirection and delay can become protection. Your word in Isaiah 30:21 says that whether we turn to the right or the left, we will hear a word behind us saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Father, make my heart sensitive to your guidance. When I begin moving in the wrong direction, correct me. When I become distracted, refocus me. When fear keeps me standing still before a door you have opened, give me courage. I surrender my plans, expectations, ambitions, relationships, opportunities, and future decisions to you. I would rather wait with you than rush ahead without wisdom. I would rather lose an opportunity than gain something that steals my peace. I would rather accept your redirection than spend years walking down a path you never intended for me. So lead me through every decision. Protect me from every wrong direction. Open what should be opened, close what should be closed, and continue guiding my steps toward the purpose you are preparing before me. Father, this Tuesday morning, I stand upon the truth that no battle is greater than you. No problem is beyond your wisdom. No opposition is stronger than your authority. No mountain is too high for your power. And no situation is so complicated that you cannot make a way through it. There may be battles in front of me that appear overwhelming, circumstances that make me feel small, and challenges that cause me to wonder how I will continue. But today I refuse to measure your power by the size of my problem. I will measure my problem by the greatness of my God. Your word declares in Isaiah 41:10, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee." You promise to strengthen, help, and uphold your people with your righteous hand. Father, let that promise settle deeply into my heart today. When fear tells me that I cannot handle what is coming, remind me that I do not face it alone. When weakness tells me I have nothing left, remind me that your strength is made perfect in weakness. When uncertainty makes the future look frightening, remind me that you are already present in every tomorrow I am afraid to enter. Romans 8:31 asks, "If God be for us, who can be against us?" Let those words become my declaration today. I may face resistance, but I am not abandoned. I may encounter difficulties, but I am not without help. I may walk through seasons where answers do not come quickly, but I am never outside your presence. Lord, give me the faith of David when he stood before Goliath. Everyone around David saw a giant too powerful to defeat, but David saw a God greater than the giant. Give me that perspective. When circumstances look impossible, lift my eyes above what I can see. Help me remember every previous season where you carried me, every prayer you answered, every door you opened, every moment you strengthened me, and every time I thought I would not make it, but your grace brought me through. Psalm 46:1 declares that you are our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Be my refuge in every battle today. When pressure rises, draw me closer instead of allowing fear to push me away. When people misunderstand me, give me patience. When plans fail, give me wisdom. When unexpected news arrives, steady my heart. When I do not know what to do next, teach me to seek you before reacting. Father, fight the battles that are beyond my ability. There are situations I cannot fix with words, relationships I cannot repair through force, hearts I cannot change, outcomes I cannot control, and circumstances I cannot predict. I surrender them to you. Keep me from exhausting myself, trying to occupy a place that belongs to you. Your word in 2 Chronicles 20:15 reminds us that the battle belongs to you. Teach me what it means to fight from a place of faith rather than fear. Show me when to act and when to wait. Give me courage to do what is right, wisdom to avoid unnecessary conflict, and discernment to recognize battles that are not mine to fight. When discouragement says the mountain is too large, remind me that you created the mountains. When fear says the storm is too powerful, remind me that Jesus spoke, and the wind and waves obeyed. When uncertainty says there is no way forward, remind me that you made a path through the sea where no road existed. Today, I will not magnify the battle above the one who fights for me. I will not allow temporary circumstances to rewrite eternal promises. I will not surrender my peace to fear, my hope to disappointment, or my faith to what my eyes currently see. Strengthen me to walk through this day, knowing that whatever stands before me must still stand beneath your authority, that whatever happens around me cannot separate me from your love, and that every unseen battle, every visible challenge, every uncertain moment, and every mountain still ahead remains smaller than the God who goes before me, stands beside me, surrounds me, strengthens me, and continues fighting battles I could never win in my own strength. Father, this Tuesday morning, I ask you for supernatural peace in the middle of every storm. I do not ask only for peace when everything becomes easy, when every prayer has been answered, when every problem has disappeared, or when every uncertainty has been resolved. I ask for the kind of peace that remains when circumstances are still changing, questions are still unanswered, and the road ahead is still unclear. Give me peace that does not depend on what is happening around me, because it comes from knowing who is with me. Your word tells us in Mark 4 that Jesus was with his disciples when a violent storm arose. The waves crashed against the boat, fear filled their hearts, and everything around them suggested they were in danger. Yet Jesus stood and spoke peace to the storm. The wind became still, and the waves became calm. Lord Jesus, speak that same peace into the storms within me today. Some storms may be happening around me, but others are happening inside me. Calm the racing thoughts, quiet the fears, silence the voices telling me that everything will go wrong. Remind my heart that if you are with me in the boat, the storm does not have the final word. Father, Your word declares in John 14:27, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you." Jesus gives a peace different from what the world offers. The world tells me I can have peace when everything works according to my plans, but you offer peace while I am still waiting. You offer peace while the door remains closed. You offer peace while healing is still taking place. You offer peace while I am walking through uncertainty. Let that peace fill me now. When unexpected news comes, keep my heart steady. When someone says something that hurts me, give me grace before I respond. When plans suddenly change, keep frustration from controlling me. When I face delays, remind me that your timing remains trustworthy. When financial pressure rises, remind me that you are my provider. When family concerns weigh heavily on my heart, remind me that those I love are also held in your hands. Philippians 4:7 speaks of your peace that surpasses understanding and guards our hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Father, place that peace like a guard around my thoughts today. Protect my mind from constantly imagining disasters that have not happened. Protect my heart from carrying tomorrow's burdens before tomorrow arrives. Help me remain faithful in the present moment. Psalm 46:10 tells us to be still and know that you are God. Teach my soul to become still. There are moments when I want immediate answers, immediate changes, immediate healing, and immediate direction. Yet sometimes, you call me to trust while I wait. Give me the strength to wait without losing hope. Lord, bring peace into my home. Where there has been tension, bring gentleness. Where there has been misunderstanding, bring wisdom. Where there has been emotional distance, begin restoration. Let words spoken today build rather than destroy. Give us patience with one another and grace to forgive. Bring peace to the person praying who feels emotionally exhausted. Someone has been carrying a burden quietly. Someone is trying to appear strong while privately feeling overwhelmed. Someone went to sleep worried and woke up with the same concern. Meet them in that place, Father. Psalm 34:18 reminds us that you are close to the brokenhearted. Let them sense your nearness. Even if the storm continues for a while, do not let the storm enter my soul. Even if circumstances remain uncertain, keep my heart anchored in your character. Even if I cannot understand what you are doing, help me remember what I know about who you are. You are faithful. You are present. You are compassionate. You are my refuge and strength. So today I release the need for perfect circumstances before I allow myself to have peace. I receive the peace of Christ right here in the middle of unfinished situations, unanswered prayers, uncertain outcomes, and battles I cannot see, trusting that the one who commands the winds and waves is still with me, still holding me, still guiding me, still guarding my heart, and still speaking peace into every storm that tries to rise within me. Father, as I step into this Tuesday, the 11th of August, I choose to walk with the confidence that you are already ahead of me. Before I enter a room, you are there. Before I face a conversation, you know every word that will be spoken. Before I encounter a challenge, you already know the wisdom I will need. Before an unexpected situation appears, nothing about it will be unexpected to you. So I refuse to begin this day controlled by fear. I begin it with faith, knowing that the God who carried me yesterday is the same God who goes before me today. Your word declares in Deuteronomy 31:8 that you go before us, that you will be with us, that you will never leave us nor forsake us. And therefore we do not have to be afraid or discouraged. Father, plant that promise deeply within my heart. When I walk into uncertain places today, remind me that I am not walking there first. You have already gone before me. When I face decisions I did not expect to make, remind me that your wisdom is available. When circumstances suddenly change, remind me that your presence has not changed. Go before me and prepare the way. Go before my family and protect their steps. Go before my work and responsibilities and give me wisdom. Go before every journey and keep me safe. Go before every conversation and guard my words. Go before every decision and help me recognize what is wise. Go before every opportunity and close anything that would pull me away from your purpose. Psalm 121 declares that you preserve our going out and our coming in. Let that promise cover this day. Watch over every road I travel, every place I enter, and every responsibility I carry. Protect me from dangers I recognize and dangers I never know existed. If something must be delayed for my protection, help me accept the delay. If a plan needs to change, give me flexibility. If a door must close, give me enough faith to trust you without demanding an immediate explanation. Further, let gratitude become stronger than worry today. Before I complain about what I do not have, remind me of what you have already provided. Before I become discouraged about how far I still have to go, remind me how far your grace has already carried me. Thank you for another morning. Thank you for breath in my lungs. Thank you for opportunities to begin again. Thank you for prayers you answered in ways I recognized, and for dangers you prevented without me ever knowing. Give me hope for everything still ahead. Psalm the 23rd of December declares that you are my shepherd. Lead me today beside peaceful waters. Restore my soul when responsibilities become heavy. Guide me in paths of righteousness. Even if this day takes me through a valley, I will not surrender to fear because you are with me. Your presence is greater than the valley, and your faithfulness does not disappear when the road becomes difficult. Lord, help me carry your peace into every environment I enter. Let my words encourage rather than wound. Let my reactions reflect patience rather than anger. Give me compassion for people who may be fighting battles I know nothing about. Help me forgive quickly, listen carefully, speak wisely, and refuse unnecessary conflict. When discouragement approaches, remind me of Isaiah 41:10. You are with me. You strengthen me. You help me. You uphold me. When anxiety tries to predict everything that could go wrong, remind me that your goodness is still present. When I feel weak, remind me that I do not depend upon my strength alone. I surrender this Tuesday completely into your hands. I surrender every hour I have not yet lived, every conversation I have not yet had, every challenge I have not yet faced, every blessing I have not yet discovered, and every unseen battle you may already be fighting on my behalf. Let me walk forward without constantly looking behind me. Yesterday's failures do not have authority over today's possibilities. Yesterday's disappointment does not determine today's outcome. Your mercies are new every morning, and your faithfulness is great. So I step into Tuesday with faith instead of fear, hope instead of discouragement, gratitude instead of complaint, and peace instead of anxiety, trusting that you are going before me, walking beside me, watching over those I love, directing every step, protecting every path, strengthening every weak place, and preparing me for everything this day will bring as I continue moving forward beneath the covering of your presence, guided by your wisdom, sustained by your grace, and surrounded by your unfailing love.